So I'm allergic to a lot of laundry detergents and stuff like that. And me and Sarah were shopping the other day trying to find a laundry detergent that I wasn't allergic to, that's not expensive, and that they actually had at the store. So I suggested that we just make our own, which I've done in the past. So I'm going to do a video on how I make it real quick and show you some tricks that make it a lot easier. So let me move the camera and I'll show you the first step I use. So the first thing we got to do is we need about a cup of this stuff. This bar of any non-sudsing soap. She wanted to try this Zoet brand. Usually I use Fells and Apta, but I don't think it matters as long as it's non-sudsing. And we want a cup of this that's turned into a powder. So the first thing we gotta do is make some chunks of this. And people do all kinds of stuff to make this chunked up, knives and stuff, and it looks like a pain in the butt. I always use this tomahawk. It's a hand-forged head that I bought at a historical reenactment, and a friend of my uncle's who makes walking sticks made this nice custom handle for me. I traded him for a old Boy Scout field book, and I just used the tomahawk to, and it works really well. I can just push it right through, and then I can take these chunks and slice them up smaller. This seems to work a lot faster and safer than trying to use a knife, because you can grab the tomahawk right back behind the head and have pretty good control, and it's got some weight and heft behind it. So now to turn this into a powder. In the past I used a blender I got at Goodwill, but I don't have that anymore, but I do have this little cheapo food processor that I used to use at work. But throw the chunks in here and cut them up, and then fill a cup up. Okay, I ran it through the food processor, and I ended up having to use the big food processor. The little one didn't have enough power, but it shreds it more than breaks it up, because this soap is softer than the Fells NAFTA. So once we're through this, I'm going to switch back to the stuff I normally use. It's harder. I'm not a fan of this for making laundry detergent out of. So then we take, this is borax, about a cup of borax. Pour it in there. Some people, hold on a second, get about a cup of washing soda. Don't use baking soda. You can add some baking soda to it, but don't use baking soda. Washing soda is the soda you're after. I don't know what the difference is, but what I was saying is some people don't like using the regular measuring cup and like your regular mixer or blender to do stuff like this, because they're worried about getting them dirty, because it's laundry detergent. It's soap, dude. Calm down. And I forgot to grab a ring, but anyway, you just grab this, mix it all up, and then use a tablespoon. Maybe it's a teaspoon, whichever's bigger. I can never remember. I'm pretty sure a tablespoon's bigger than a teaspoon. But you want it pretty thoroughly mixed up. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. You got laundry detergent there. I'm gonna finish mixing this up a little bit more and then put it on the shelf. So me and Sarah both don't really like the containers, the borax and the washing soda, because it's kind of hard to pour more than a little bit out of these boxes. And then there's also no way to close the box so it doesn't spill all over the place. So Sarah found one of these cereal container things that we don't use. So we went ahead and poured the borax and the laundry soda in here. Wrote the mixture and how much of the NAFTA. So this is mixed, 2 cups of this for every cup of this, and that's the ratio for soap we use. And then I give it a good mix, so it's all nice and incorporated together, and then we can put this on the shelf and it'll make it easier to make soap.